everybody. We're starting a little something new for middle school in our welcome. So I need 2 people. So Timothy, we need you. Yes, sir. Come on up. Yes, sir. So we're gonna play Guess the Song Lyrics. All right, Sam.
Don't worry, baby.
Just call my name. I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Maybe there ain't no mountain high enough. That's okay. That's okay. We might come back to you. All right. So Tim, now you up. Does this make sense? Not to worry. Not to worry. Okay. I need a second. All right. We're gonna cue this up. So.
My way, your stare was hoping. Red sheets, skin was showing. Hot night, wind was blowing. Where you think you're going, baby?
This is literally so tough.
Oh.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
All right. That's $5 to Starbucks for you, and then $5 to Starbucks for you. All right. Thanks, guys. That's maybe a little louder. That's good. Okay. Awesome. So I need everybody to get into 2 teams. For the first round, we're gonna dump the Starburst, and you have to organize it by color. 2, 1, go. On your mark, get set, go.
We can make guys, we should try to do this.
You can make like 4 stacks and do it like that.
Oh my God. Timothy, you're like the team cheer. A team needs to make a line of dominoes with all the Starbursts. Oh, that's sabotage. Bring it forward. Already be offset.
Alan, is it longest? Sorry.
No, just with all the Starbursts. All the Starbursts. I said, I gotta see space.
We're done. We're done.
Standing
You know
up
that
here.
cows have like 3 stomachs?
Yes. I mean, real quick, keep our eyes open. We'll go in. And out through the mouth. Slowly close. Through the nose. Out the mouth. Now, where do you feel tension in your body? So we have a song here. If you know it, would love for you to sing it. Can you give life? You give life. You are love. You bring light to the darkness. You give life. You give life. So we pour out our praise to you only. You are love. You bring light. Great are you, Lord. And these are meant to be more conversation starters. I'm already seeing some wonderful questions in here that there's no way we can provide like a final be-all, like cookie-cut answer.
My name is Macy, and I'm a senior right now at CU.
I'm Jack. I'm a junior at CU. I'm also one of the student interns with an emphasis in middle school ministry.
What are some ways you can keep God in your everyday life, such as in home or at school and anywhere else?
Yeah. I think that for me, one way that I like to keep God in my life is just by having it like a verse of the day, whether that be, I don't know if any of you guys have the Bible app, but like they give you a verse of the day. You know, God created that day and He created the beautiful mountains and all the people, and everything like that.
I feel like every time I step out here in Colorado, like especially during sunrises and sunsets, I'm just really struck by the beauty of what he's done for us. Because if you think about it, like the sun, it's a light for our days, the moon is a light for our nights, and God didn't have to add beauty to those. You know, the light is enough, but still he like paints the skies with like such awesome colors. And I don't know, it's kind of a subtle reminder that like God moves in everything.
Asking, how do I handle rude people in the world?
A key thing to remember is that their behavior is based so much more on what they're feeling than anything that you're doing. If someone's rude to you in the hallway, or you know, you feel like someone lashes out at you, I think it's a good reminder that it's 99% of the time nothing that you've done to provoke that. Just being mean generally, I think you can respond with love and realize that you can only control your own actions in that situation.
I have on my like phone background right now, it says like, don't be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Like if you know the person and they are not usually mean, they might have something going on, you know, or even if you don't really know them, they still might have something going on.
Bible says that God is slow to anger. That doesn't mean God doesn't get angry. He is slow to get angry.
Treating others with that same anger and with that same uncertainty that you've been feeling just really doesn't help anybody. And
Why are there some days where life feels confusing and you don't know why?
When you feel just so like hopelessly confused, sometimes that's like a little red light to like seek God's wisdom on something. Like I know for me, when I'm just like, man, what do I do about this? Like I feel so lost, I feel so confused. Like that's kind of an indicator for myself to go like seek advice from trusted people and also to like seek the Lord and see, you know, if he has any guidance for me. So, if you're feeling confused, you're so not alone in that. Like whatever you're confused about, like you can live your whole life and you're still not going to have everything figured out. So if you're feeling a little bit lost, like that's so normal, and you know that you're not alone in that.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
So a couple of days ago when I was with my friends, they all wanted to do something and I didn't agree with it. So when I face situations like that in the future, how do I respond to that? And how am I supposed to respond to that as a Christian?
if your friends are forcing you to do things that you're seriously against, like, are they really your friends? If you feel so strongly and so compelled not to do something, but like the people you're around are really pressuring you into that situation, they might not be individuals you should be hanging around anymore. And if they are your friends truly, then they'll understand your decision in that.
Why does it feel sometimes like God doesn't care about me?
Our brains are really good at telling us lies, and sometimes they sound super easy to believe, and they sound like things like, God doesn't care about me, he's not there, he's, you know, and I feel like sometimes it's super easy to fall into that, but just know that that's like a lie that your brain likes to tell you.
Why do bad things happen to good people? It feels like God isn't real sometimes. You know, they made the choice to stray from God because God wasn't going to force his love on them. Otherwise, we'd be living in this robotic world, automated, where everything is set for us. So God, because he desires relationship with us that's genuine and a two-way street, is not going to force that on you. And unfortunately, people choose not to be in that love, which is why sometimes bad things happen to good people and it feels like God isn't real because they're not living within his love.
This world is just super broken, and it like honestly just sucks sometimes, and on this side of heaven, like, we're gonna experience really hard things, and a lot of the times it just doesn't make sense, and it's just hard. And you know, God tells us that once we go to heaven, you know, once we believe in Jesus and we pass on to the next life, like, there will not be that type of pain anymore.
How does evolution line up with Adam and Eve?
But I think as Christians, a lot of times we get very caught up in discussions around faith and around like interpretations of specific books and texts within the Bible. But I would counter with, should we let that division define us? Should we let that be a characteristic which separates us? A friend posed this to me a long time ago, but it's whether or not you believe that the book of Genesis is literal and that God created the heavens and the earth and everything around us in 7 days, you believe that God's working through the process of evolution to bring about man. I think if you're considering the root of your faith and about loving other people as Jesus loved you, I think you'll find that it's something that's interesting to discuss and certainly relates to long-term Christianity, but isn't necessarily that's something that's weighing on us in our daily lives, if you will.
So yeah, there's people across the whole Christian spectrum that have varying beliefs, and we'll find out for sure on the other side of heaven. So we can definitely talk. If you want to ask me about my personal beliefs, I'm happy to share with you, Macy, Jack, Vivi.
Please.
We probably all differ a little bit, and that's okay. Guys, thank you all for listening. Ask leaders questions. These are all wonderful questions. No question is too big for the Lord.
Dude,
Are you giving my sisters free stuff?
because I like them.
You're not with me.
I didn't say that, but maybe I'll buy yours.
Be here soon.
While she's
Got it,
waiting.
boys.
Okay. I'm so exhausted.
That's okay. Me too.
Where's opening really is though?
I
Would it be easier if I was like a couple laps?